Okay, so these are what they call woods. They call them woods because in the old days they used to really make them out of wood. Number one is the driver. Three is the next one. 5 would be the next one. So those are the three common ones. 1, 3, and 5. So I'm not sure. I think they might make a 2 and a 4. But I think most people don't bother because there's not much difference in the angle here. So 1, 3, and 5. Those are the common ones. And then I think, it's a personal preference what clubs you carry. Most people don't even bother with the 5. They just go with the driver, number 1, and a 3. Okay? So those are called woods. Now, we talked about this one in an earlier video. It's steel or aluminum, but they still call it a wood. It's still a number 1 driver. Okay, so I'm not sure if you could get there might still be companies that make woods, but I think for the most part they're going to clubs like this now, big metal things. We talked about this one in an earlier video. Usually these big ones like this, they're like $100 club. 10.5 is the degree of this here. There's different degrees on your woods. This one doesn't say here. I think this is the same thing. This is also a 10.5. See, this is a fairly new tailor-made. It's probably a 15-year-old set here. The 10.5 degree angle is the most common. Before I get sidetracked here. So there's the 1, 3, 5. Here's 1, 3, 5. Those are the common ones. And then I went ahead and picked up a 7. Most people don't bother with these. I just thought I'd show it to you since I have it. I think they might even make a 9. Yeah, I don't think anyone uses them, And then this is what they call a rescue club. You get stuck out in the grass, the high grass or the trees. But I don't even know if people bother to use these. I just bought them because it's a fun hobby. It's just a little heavier, so smaller and heavier. So when you swing through the heavy grass, it cuts down through the bush. So the only ones that you really need that I would recommend now is just a number 1 driver and then a number 3. Now that I think of it, I think some people don't even bother with a 3. So even though these are metal, they still call them woods. It's just the old-fashioned term from the old-fashioned woods. It just kind of stuck, and now they call them woods. Okay, so here's an older wood set. I think I picked these up at a discount golf store. Maybe eBay. They're just number 1 one driver. It's a Titleist. I kind of got into these classic clubs there for a while. There's a number 3 wood. And a 5 wood. So, you know, if you bump into these and you feel like getting them, just make sure they're not all chewed up here in the front. You know, sometimes there'll be cracks and things like that. I don't know if they're worth fixing. It looks like these might be able to be fixed. Take out these 4 little screws and put in a new insert. Same here. This one's metal here. I don't know if these were from the same set or not. It looks like not, because these two kind of got this reddish part, and that one's metal. I used to go to a discount golf store. It's probably a good 100 miles away from me, and they used to have a lot of these. The grips are really hard. I'd almost say that's unusable at this point for any real practice. What I wanted to show you here, though, see, there's a difference in the shaft. See, this is a graphite shaft here. So last I knew, old folks like to go with a graphite shaft because you can swing it faster. And then most pros and things like that still go with a steel shaft. That's the most common steel shaft. But I think the graphite shafts are getting popular because you can swing them a lot faster. There's more bend, from what I remember, there's more bend to it when you swing it. So you have a higher impact when you hit the ball. So it goes faster, it goes farther. Okay. So I just thought I'd show you these in case you bump into some. You might want to grab them if you see them cheap. So this is Tour Model Aluminum. So that must be this here. The face must be aluminum. I'd say these are in fairly good shape. I did talk to a golf store in the city years ago about getting them refinished, and he gave me a price, but I don't remember right offhand. With any antique, they want the original, would probably be best. So I just bought these for myself to go out and beat around the golf course with. Okay, so you know, with the driver, you know, here again, if you can afford $100 and go out and buy a big one, you know, do it. You know, if you want to spend the money, but you're going to be hitting it a lot, so you're going to wear it out. So I don't really recommend that with a brand new club. You know, I'd start with a $1 club or a $5 club from Goodwill, and really beat it up. You're going to be hitting the ground a lot. You know, you swing and you hit the ground. You know, might even bend it some. You know, if you hit the ground hard. You know. So you wouldn't want to be doing that with a $100 club. You know. So that's why if you're just getting started, I'd say start out with a cheapie. And then once you learn to swing it a little bit, you kind of understand the clubs, you understand what you're looking at some, then go out and buy the more expensive ones. Okay? It's nice to get the covers. Covers aren't really necessary though. You know, so. See ya.